The sky turned orange before anyone even understood what was happening. These were the words repeated by villagers along the Thailand-Cambodia border last night, as another wave of artillery exchanges shook the region. What began as a small border dispute has now expanded into a full-scale crisis, forcing over 500,000 people to flee their homes in desperation. Families ran with whatever they could carry, mothers grabbing children, elders being pushed on carts, pets tied with ropes, everyone searching for safety as explosions echoed behind them. Roads leading to temporary shelters became crowded highways of fear. Authorities say the situation is the worst displacement crisis the region has seen in years, and there is still no sign of a ceasefire. How the clashes escalated. The tension between Thailand and Cambodia did not happen overnight. For weeks, soldiers from both sides exchanged warnings, accusing each other of crossing into contested territory near ancient temple zones and strategic village checkpoints. But the real escalation began 3 days ago when reports of heavy artillery positioned on both sides surfaced. Fighter jets, including Thailand's F-16 and Gripen aircraft, were seen patrolling the border. Cambodian forces deployed additional ground units equipped with long-range weapons. Witnesses claimed that the first major strike came shortly after midnight, when a Cambodian artillery shell landed near a Thai border village. Thailand responded within minutes, and the exchange quickly spiraled into a large-scale military confrontation. Military analysts warn that any further escalation could trigger a regional humanitarian disaster, especially with thousands still stranded near the conflict zone. 500,000 lives uprooted. Across both countries, the number of displaced families has crossed 500,000, and emergency shelters are overflowing. In Thailand, temporary refugee centers have been set up in schools, stadiums, and local government buildings. Some camps are so full that people are being asked to stay with relatives in nearby provinces. The roads are lined with military trucks and medical tents. In Cambodia, villagers living closest to the border zones are being relocated deeper into the country. Some walked for hours, while others waited in long lines for transportation provided by provincial authorities. Common hardships faced by both sides: shortage of water and food, overcrowded shelters with limited resources, medical emergencies due to injuries and smoke inhalation, children separated from families during chaotic evacuations, fear of losing homes forever. One mother from a Thai village said, "We don't know if our house still exists. We just grabbed the children and ran." Aid organizations are urging both governments to open more humanitarian corridors and ensure the safety of those trying to escape active fire zones. The military posture on both sides is growing more aggressive. Thailand has deployed F-16 fighter jets, Gripen aircraft, tank units positioned along border routes, and additional infantry battalions to secure high-risk villages. The Air Force confirmed multiple defensive air patrols and surveillance missions. Videos circulating online show fighter jets streaking across the sky as explosions flash on the horizon. Cambodia has reinforced its border positions with heavy artillery, long-range missile units, and specialized infantry brigades. Officials claim their forces are acting defensively and accuse Thailand of violating airspace. Neighboring countries and global organizations have expressed growing concern. The United Nations issued a statement calling for an immediate ceasefire, negotiated peace talks, protection of civilians, and humanitarian access for displaced families. Analysts warn that if diplomacy fails, the conflict could affect trade routes, tourism, and economic stability across Southeast Asia. As the clashes continue, the biggest question for millions watching this crisis unfold is simple: will this conflict finally stop, or get even worse? Peace negotiations remain uncertain, and both countries continue strengthening their military presence. Border residents fear the fighting may drag on for weeks or even months. Humanitarian groups say the next 48 hours are critical. If the fighting spreads to more populated zones, the number of displaced people could double. Schools may remain closed, hospitals are already overwhelmed, and many border villages are turning into ghost towns. Yet amidst the chaos, stories of bravery shine through. Local volunteers are risking their lives to evacuate elders. Doctors are working without sleep to treat injuries. Farmers are donating food to shelters. Communities that once lived peacefully are now joining hands to protect one another. For now, the world watches and waits, hoping the leaders of Thailand and Cambodia will choose dialogue over destruction, and that families torn apart by this crisis will soon return home safely.